We've talked about some really expensive wheels here at Martini Works Unboxed. So today we're flipping the other side of the coin and talking about probably some of the most budget-friendly wheels that you can get that we still trust for you to put on your car. And that, of course, is going to be some wheels from Vors. We're going to be taking a look at the Vors TR4 today, give you some information on it, going over what it is all about. That way you can make more informed choice if these wheels are going to work for you, or if you need something else for your car. We're going to go ahead and get this unboxed. I'm Giles. Let's get into it. All right, here we have it, Vors TR4. Let's get into this thing, get all of the packaging off of here. What's really funny, we know we talked about it in the past, it seems like a lot of the expensive wheels have minimal packaging, yet all of the budget-friendly, quote-unquote, cheap wheels have some of the most packaging. So here we go, Vors TR4, here it is. Now, this design has been around the car scene for a pretty decent time and has honestly become one of the most sought after designs when it comes to aftermarket wheels. Now, if you're looking at this and be like, man, I really like that, and it does look a little bit familiar, it should, because it looks just like this wheel right here, which is the Work Emotion CR Kiwami. Now, yes, we have no problem labeling this as a replica designed wheel, but that's okay. That is okay. Now hear me out before you go ahead and click off the video. These wheels do have their place in the world, okay? Now, as much as I'd love to say everyone needs to go out and buy a set of Work CR Kiwamis, that's just not reasonable. That wasn't reasonable for me when I was a younger car enthusiast first getting into things. I had no reason to go buy these, but what if I was looking for a set of wheels? Odds are I would have landed on something like this. Now, when it comes to entry-level, budget, cheap wheels, whatever you want to call it, there are a few things that you really want to keep in mind, and there's a reason why we have Vors on the website, because there are some brands out there that we choose not to have on the website for specific reasons. Some of those reasons is just that because we don't believe in what they're trying to do. One of the other reasons is because they don't necessarily follow all of the standards that they should when they come to making aftermarket wheels. Vors, on the other hand, honestly does a pretty decent job at it. They go through the right certifications, they make sure the load ratings are decent, they offer just a solid, budget-friendly cast wheel option for those out there that aren't looking to drop $1,500 to $2,000 on a set of wheels. So where does that put these in? Right anywhere between $780 to $1,300 a set. Now you're probably thinking, wait, you just said, $1,500 set, like you can't afford, why can I afford $1,300? That's because you're gonna be looking at a much larger size wheel when you get into those $1,300 sets. Most likely you're gonna be looking anywhere between $900 to $1,000 for a set of these TR4s, but because they come in such a wide range of sizes, they get up there in price just a little bit when you start to get into those 20s and the wider wheels. Now, construction-wise on these are going to be a bit heavier. These are a cast wheel. There's no flow forming done on these wheels, so they are going to come in a little bit heavier. They are using some more material overall to make them, but they still have a pretty decent load rating on them, looking at 690 kilograms in this size, which is an 18 by 9.5. Pretty standard when it comes to a lot of the wheels out there in this category and this size. So we can go ahead and get a weight on this 18 by 9.5 plus 35, which comes in at 24 pounds on the dot. So coming in a little bit heavier, nothing too insane weight-wise, but let's say when we compare to the work version of this, so the flow form version from Japan, let's go ahead and get a size on this one. This is also 18 by 9.5, coming in at 22.6 pounds, about 1.5 pounds lighter. Again, are you going to notice that difference if you are slapping these on your daily driver? No, probably not. We're not talking about a 5 to 10 pound difference when it comes to these wheel weights. So obviously we talk about wheel weights a lot because we think it's important to do so. We think it's an important thing to know. But again, depending on what you're using these wheels for, it depends on whether or not you really need to consider how much weight difference there is. Now, one thing I'll say that Vors has done really, really well with this wheel is offering it in pretty much every freaking size that you can imagine, from 17, 18, 19, and 20-inch diameters from 8 to 10.5-inch widths. 4-lug and 5-lug bolt pattern options for your 100 and 114.3 PCDs. Now, unfortunately, there's no custom drilling option for these, so 5x100 and 5x114.3 are going to be typically what you're going to see these on the most. Now, they do have some other wheel options out there, which is why they become like a favorite among like the Cobalt community and things like that with the 5x110 bolt pattern. But this one, you're going to be looking at 100 and 114.3 bolt patterns. Finish-wise, we do have a variety of options here as well. This silver finish, I wish they kind of would have just kept it all silver in my personal opinion. You do have like that machine face on it, so it has like more of like a polished face to it when the sides are painted that silver. If you're not a fan of this finish, you do have some others to choose from black, hyper black, white, and even bronze. So good array of finishes to choose from. Again, not a huge fan of just that like polished face on here. I think this works really well on some like more busy spoke design wheels, some bigger style wheels where they have a lot going on that more like luxury based. When you're looking at like a sport tuner wheel that this is based off of, this, in my opinion, doesn't look the greatest, but they do have some other options to choose from, so there is that. What it all boils down to is that this is still an absolutely solid option for those out there that are on a budget. You don't want to be spending a ton of money on some wheels. These are going to be a good option for you. They're JWL VIA certified, so they're going to hold up for what you need. They have a solid load rating to them. They're not insanely
Whoop. Here I come.
heavy compared to some of the other wheels out there. Alex, what do you have to say on this? What's it smell like? What's the smell factor? I don't know what he's doing.
Smells pretty good.
Smells pretty good?
Yeah.
Smells decent?
Looks decent.
Okay. Passes the sniff test, I guess. So if you want to go ahead and check these out for yourself, see what sizes are out there specifically for your year, make, and model, you can go ahead and punch that in over at martiniworks.com. Select the Vors in the drop-down. You can see what's all available over there. But of course, if you ever have any questions on if these wheels are going to work for your car, you need some help with fitment or things like that, we're more than happy to help out there as well. Shoot us a message, drop a comment down below. We'll make sure to get back to you. In the meantime, like I said, we got these available all over at martiniworks.com. You can go ahead and check them out. I'm Gels. We will see you later. Peace.